Okay. Okay, start. Okay, yesterday we have started the PHP, like backend development, where I have shown you PHP basics and what is backend development and how to use a XAMPP server, because PHP is a server-side scripting language. To deploy that PHP programs, you need a server. Okay, and like this is my XAMPP server. This is my XAMPP server. The first thing we need to start this Apache. Basically, when you are not using any database, no need to start the MySQL. But it is a good practice that whenever you are starting to do the PHP program, start these two servers. Okay, Apache and MySQL. Then close it. It will run in the background. Yesterday I have shown that also to you, that if you close the XAMPP server, that doesn't mean that it shut down the your server. Okay, it run in the background. Today we will see some concepts of programming language. Those who have some knowledge in programming language, be patient. Just see how we are using that concept in PHP. And those who don't have any knowledge in programming language, just try to understand. And when you have doubt, then ask me. First thing, PHP strings. Yesterday we have seen how to use strings. Basically, strings are the sequence of characters which you can use to define a particular data. In PHP, you can define the strings, you can initialize the strings either in single quote or in double quote. Okay, like this is the variable name. Okay, and we are using the dot operator for concatenation. We have seen this example yesterday also, that how to use the dot operator. Okay, that's why I'm not running this program. We will start from decision making or branching. See, these are the concepts which is same for all programming languages. Like if you are learning Java, if you are learning C#, if you are learning C, C++, okay, these are the very common concepts. If you know this concept, no worry, you just see how we are implementing this concept in PHP. Okay. First, decision making statements are used to perform certain functions depending on the condition. If the condition is true, do this thing. If the condition is false, do this thing. Okay. This is the work of decision making statement. And in PHP, we have three conditional statement. First one is if else, which is the very basic one and mostly used. Then else if statement. Then the last one is switch statement. If else is the usually the first condition structure anyone learns, and switch is a usual alternative for certain situation. Like when you have multiple if statement, then you can go for the switch. Okay. Then we will start from the basic one, if else. This is the syntax of if else. Like, see, else is not compulsory for if. Means you can write if alone. But if you want that When your condition becomes false, something will be displayed to the user, then you are using else. The syntax is if test condition, then statement 1. See, here the test expression is evaluated first. This will return boolean value. This test will return boolean value, means either true or false. If this returns true, then this one will execute. If it returns false, nothing will execute. It continue with the rest of lines of codes. But if you are writing else, then what will happen? If the statement is true, then statement 1 execute. If this test condition is false, then statement 2 execute. Okay. This is the very basic example. Suppose, see, by doing this example, what will happen? You will becomes used to with the PHP scripting. Okay. And then when we will do the project, that time you can understand it very smoothly. Okay. Script 1 dot PHP. We can directly write the PHP start PHP, or you can write it inside the HTML. Okay. PHP demo. First, we will start from decision making construct. Okay. Always remember the PHP syntax: bracket, question mark, PHP. Okay. Then end with question mark, bracket. Now this my PHP script start from here. First, we are seeing the if else. Directly I'm writing if $user. This is the way to declare the variable in PHP, equal to John. Okay. Okay. If username is John, then simply yesterday I have told you that you can use echo or you can use print. Okay. Then else you can print that you are not John or anything else. Or not John. Okay. Then how to run it? Go to the Chrome, localhost :demo script 1 dot PHP. Undefined variable. Okay. Okay, it is printing echo you are not John, but it is showing that this variable is undefined. $user. Okay, you can also write like this: $user equal to John. Okay. and if true, okay. Hello, John. Okay, if true means if this variable value equal to John, then it will print hello John. If this variable value is not John, then if it is false, in this case, it always whatever value you will give, it will print true. If you want to write here, again the condition, then user equal to John. Now it will match, it will compare that whether this variable having the value John or not. If this variable having the value John, then it will print John. In this case, it will print John. If this variable value is not John, suppose you are comparing Tim, it will print you are not John. Okay, this is a very basic example of if else. I hope all of you understand. Anyone having any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. If you want to take this data, this name from the HTML form, okay. Again, I am telling that for this 2 to 3 class, I will make HTML form separately and PHP separately. Then after that, I will tell you that how the HTML form you will write with the PHP. Okay. Now like this, my HTML form is separate and my PHP script is separate. Okay. Like I need one HTML form. Suppose Control X, form 1, index 1 dot HTML. Okay. And here dot HTML. I have rename dot index 1. Okay. Okay. And here, suppose I am writing, what happened? Let it be. Not getting refresh, delete file. Yes. Right click, new file, index 1. Okay. Suppose here sample, and in body, suppose I have a input text like yesterday we have done. Okay. This part I copy and paste it here and close the table. And again I need this this submit button. I just write. Okay. Let me show you what with the output. Okay. Student name submit. This is not student registration form. Student detail. or user detail. Okay, and here you have username, and here you are writing uname and submit. Then what I want, when user give the name and click the submit, it will go to the script1.php page and it will check that whether if this name match with the whatever name we are matching, then it will say that welcome this user. Normally we are matching with the database, but now I will show you how to get the detail from this table and match with and write the if else. This thing I have to write inside a form. Form and action is script one.php and method is post. Okay. Then in script one.php, here $user, here what I have to write? This thing, dollar, okay. Dollar underscore post. Then what my variable name? Uname. Okay. We will see that. This is uname. Okay. Then I am matching with, suppose user name is whatever uname is getting. Suppose the name is Vidya. Then it will show welcome dot. Suppose you want to give some space, then give the space, then again dot, then at the rate user. Okay, else you are not, suppose Vidya. Okay, now you can see when I write here and click submit, it's showing welcome Vidya because this match with the if else. If I write any other name, you are not Vidya. Like this, you can interact with the HTML page and your branching statement. I hope I make the things clear. Then we will see the else if statement. Else if is what? When you have more than one condition, then you are using the else if. Okay, like this, you have the variable day. If it will check this condition, if this condition is true, then it will print this. Else if it will check this condition, if this condition is true, then it will print this. Okay, like this, based on your data, it will check multiple condition. Then which condition is true, it will print that. Okay, suppose for that, this is, I just make it comment line. Okay. Then I want the else if. Else if statement. Okay, suppose in this, the same form I am using on, I just comment line, this one. and I need this, copy, paste. Value. Okay then. I'm not making with the form. I just show you in the this particular script itself. Like suppose you have declared a variable day and you are assigning the value 4. Okay. Then you are writing the condition if $day equal to 5. Then print echo 5 golden rings, or you can print echo 5 golden rings and break. Remember that when you are using echo, no need of bracket, but when you are using print, you should have give the bracket. And I will show you the difference just after some other concept. We will see the difference echo and print. The difference is what? Very simple. Echo means it will print everything in the new lines. Print means your cursor will be in the same line. Okay. Echo means once it print the statement, the cursor will move to the next line. And print means once it print the statement, but the cursor will be remain in the same line. Okay. That is the difference. Else if $A4, then print or echo 4. Here when you are using echo, no need of break. Okay. Then you can copy this and write the multiple condition. And if all the condition are false, then whatever you are writing in else part, suppose here I am writing completing the condition, else false. Okay. Like when I run this script directly, it's showing 4 golden rings because that particular condition is true. Means when you have multiple condition, you are using else if. Then switch. Switch can be used instead of else if, because in case of else if, you are checking each and every condition. Okay. But in case of switch, it check the expression and it will directly goes to that particular expression. Okay, the switch for a specific kind of multi-way branching, the switch construct can be useful because switch takes different paths according to the value of a single expression. Based on this expression, it will take the path. If this expression matched with the first case, then goes to the first case. If this expression matched with the second case, then goes to the second case. If this expression not matched with any case, then go to the default. The default is same as like else. Like this. I have already told you instead of else if else if, you can use the switch case. Suppose this one, I just make comment line. And this one again I write. Okay. Then I am using switch. Okay. What is my variable? This one, copy and paste. And what is the value? Suppose 5. Then code, in code, I just copy this. This is the benefit you are getting when you are working with editor. Okay. Then copy this. Okay. Case 4. 4 golden rings. Then case 3. You can write in any way you want. There is no need to maintain the order. Okay. And default, I just write echo no golden rings. Okay. What's the user break? I will tell you. First, when I run it, it will show line 48. Okay. Here I forget the semicolon. Unexpected dot expanding case case or default value. Where I have used the unexpected dot. Okay. Here dot. Okay. Okay. It's showing 4 golden rings. If you will not use break, suppose you are not use break. Okay, then what will happen? See, it run the true case, but you are not using break. That's why it will goes on printing all the case values till it reach the break. Break means what? Once you find out the true case, just break that. Come out of the switch case. If you will not use break, then it will be inside the switch case. Okay, and it will print. Why it print till here? Because here you have break. If you remove this break here, then see. Okay, it print all the echo inside the switch case. That's why that is the use of break. Break means once the condition case becomes true, come out of the switch case. Okay. Just go through this code. If you have any doubt in switch case, you can ask me. Okay. Anyone having any doubt? Okay. Then I will now show you how to make interact with the HTML form. Suppose I need a small program based on your user option, it will find out the addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. Okay. Basic calculator code. Okay. For that, I'm simply using a form. This form, copy, paste. First one, I am using the user option. You can create your form based on your requirement. I'm just showing you. That's why I use the basic things. Okay. Then user option. then copy, paste, enter the first value. I'm keeping the type num, then we will keep the type text and we will see how to convert it. Okay, then copy and paste, enter the value, and here input type submit and value equal to value. You can change result, let it be value equal to result. Okay, you will get the output like this. Index 1, index 1. Okay, user option and enter the value, first value, second value, type num, number, input type number, input type number, and input type number. Okay, now first I need the user option based, then I need the two value. Based on the option, it will calculate the result, like just like simple calculator. Okay, then in script.php, and here your form method is post. Then I just copy this part and paste it, and this one first I am writing option. Okay, and what is my option name? You have to change the name as user option, then here first value, and you can write the name as f value, then second value s value. Okay, in here u option, then copy it, paste num1, you can write this is f value, and paste num2, it is s value. Okay, then I am writing the if else, that if, you can also use the switch case, if dollar option equal to 1, okay, then dollar result equal to dollar num1 plus dollar num2, and echo the result, echo dollar result. Okay, then same way we can write else if equal to 2, then minus, then equal to 3, then multiplication, then equal to 4, then division. Okay, else if. And else, and here I am writing echo, please use option as please use 1, 2, 3, 4 as option value. Okay. Now suppose I put 1, then 10, then 20. It's showing 30 because I am printing only the result. Okay. If you want to print with result something else, then you have to write suppose addition dot. Okay. Then this is copy, paste, subtraction dot. Then here paste, multiplication dot. Then here division dot. Okay. Now suppose 1, 12, 13. Addition. Okay. If I put 2, 14, 12. Subtraction. Suppose here I put the option 6. Okay. This is work perfectly. Now all of you understand how to use the programming language with HTML. I hope all of you understand. But here suppose if you write the text instead of type number, if you are using type text. Okay. And run it. Suppose here I am putting 1, 12, 13. Okay. You are getting the output. Means in PHP, no need to convert. Like in JavaScript, we have seen that when you are getting the detail from the user, by default, it store it as string. That's why we need to convert it into int. But in PHP, it is getting the directly the value and in the integer format. Okay. Any doubt on the decision making construct like if else and switch case? This thing we can also do using switch case. Instead of if else if, you can also do using switch case. Any doubt? Okay, then we will move to loop. See, if else switch case, these are known as decision making construct because this will work based on the condition. Okay. If the condition is true, then do this thing. If the condition is false, then follow this path. Loop is what? When you want to execute a set of statements multiple times, means more than one time, then you are using loop. It is also known as iteration. Okay, multiple times. There are two types of loops available in PHP. One is bounded loop and the one is unbounded loop. Bounded loop is what? It will execute fixed number of times. Means by seeing the code, you can predict that this loop will execute this number of times. This loop will execute 5 times. This loop will execute 10 times. This is bounded loop. Unbounded loop is what? Is based on the true false. Repeat until some condition becomes true false. Okay, that is known as unbounded loop. We have 4 looping statements in PHP. While, do while, for loop and for each loop. You can tell that bounded loop is for loop and for each loop, because here by seeing the code you can come to know that exactly how many times the iteration will happen. And unbounded loop is while and do while loop, because it will execute the loop, it will iterate the loop based on the condition. Okay, we'll start from while statement. This is the simplest looping construct in PHP. What is the syntax? While, condition, then statement. The while loop evaluates the condition expression as Boolean. This condition is always written Boolean, means true or false. If this is true, then it will start to execute this statement. If this is false, then nothing will execute. That's why in this case, it will not print anything because you are writing while false. And in this case, this will print infinite time, because while true, you don't have any condition, means you don't have anything to check. You simply write while true. While true, just print this. Okay. This is one small example. While loop, like I have initialized count equal to 1. My condition is count less than equal to 10. Means this condition will start from 1 and end when the value becomes 10. This condition will check. Once this condition becomes false, it will come out of the loop. Okay. And you are printing count is count. This thing we can do it like okay. New file on script 2.php. Here I am writing directly the like this. Okay. And here I'm going to declare a variable count equal to 1. And I'm writing the condition while dollar count less than 0 less than or equal 10. Then what it will print or echo count is count, means you want to print count is dot dollar count. Okay. And you want to keep one break, that's why just use break. And for iteration, you have to write, either you can write count plus plus, or you can write count equal to count plus 1. Now when I run the script, .php, okay, it shows it's start from 1 till 10. When it reaches 10, the condition becomes, when it reaches 11, the condition becomes false. That's why it come out of the while loop. Okay. While loop example. Okay. See, I'm continuing. When you have the doubt, then you can ask me. Then do while. Do while is exactly similar to while, except that do while check the condition at the end of the loop. Okay, like while check the condition at the beginning of the loop, do while check the condition at the end of the loop. That's why the statement is executed at least one. The only difference between while and do while is that the do while will execute the statement at least once. Because suppose this thing, the same thing, I will write using do while loop. Okay. Do while loop. This one. And here dollar count equal to 1. Then do while. Okay. And there is no condition. Okay. And here the condition is a dollar count less than equal to this thing, and inside the do the same thing I am writing. Okay. This is the easiest part who knows the programming language. Okay. If you know any of the programming language, then you can come across all these things. Okay. This is printing all the things. If this condition is false, suppose here I have written count 15. My condition is false, but it comes inside the loop once. That's why it will print only one time. In this case, it print only one time, because once it come out of the loop, it check the condition and it comes to know that the condition is false. That's why it will not repeat it. Okay. Then this is the most complicated loop in PHP or in any programming language, that is for loop. The for loop is what? See, the for loop syntax is for initial expression, then termination check, then loop end expression. Initial expression is first you have to initialize the variable, then this is the condition, termination check. Then this is the last one is the increment and decrement. Like this in the example, this is the initial statement, count equal to 0. Then this is the condition, dollar count less than dollar limit. You can also write the data directly here. Then this is the loop end expression. First, it will check the initial condition. Okay, first it will initialize this. Then it will check the termination check. Once this is true, then it will go inside the loop. Okay, then it will come to here. This is also known as reinitialization. In for loop, the initialization will occur only one time, which is when the loop start. Once the loop start, it will do reinitialization. Reinitialization and termination check. Reinitialization, termination check. It will not come to the initialization again. Okay. Like here. Like here, um, for loop. First, I'm writing for. No need to declare the variable outside of the loop, because inside the for loop itself you can initialize the variable. Count equal to 0. Then dollar count less than equal to condition. This is my condition. Then my reinitialization is what? Dollar count plus plus. Okay. Inside this, simply I can echo. Okay. Means first it will initialize the value, then it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will go inside the loop. Then it will come to this part. It will increment the value and it will check with the condition. If the condition is true, go inside. Then again, increment the value, check the condition. Okay, like this, it goes on until unless this condition becomes false. Once this condition becomes false, it will come out of the loop. Then what is for each? For each, you can tell this is the shorthand of for, which is basically used with array. Okay. Like suppose we have declared an array of months. Suppose here demo for each. Suppose here I have declared the array of months. How can you declare the, how can you initialize the array in PHP? Using the array keyword. Okay. Array. Directly it will come. Okay. Then here my array name is months, and what are my array elements? Like January, Jan, then comma, Feb, then comma, March, in April, May, June, July, August, Sep, Oct, Nov, and this. Okay, these are my array elements. I want to print all the elements in the array. Okay, you can either print using the for loop or using the for each loop. First we will see, suppose using the for loop. Then how can we print? For dollar, suppose I am using count equal to 0, dollar count less than equal to less than 12 or less than equal to 11, because I am starting from 0. Then count plus plus. Then inside this I echo simply dollar months of dollar count. Okay. Then we'll see. Okay, what happened? See. month. Okay, months. This is months. Okay. It's printing Jan to December. You want the break, then you can write. Mm, BR. It print all the value in the array. This is the this is the way you can use the for loop. There are another one way to print this value using the for each loop. That is how you can print. See, this is first way using the for loop. Then the second way is for each loop. For each. Okay. My variable is months. Okay. And value. Directly I am using value. And what I am want to print? The value. Co color value dot the same output you will get. But this is the easiest way as compared to this. Okay. Anyone having any doubt? Any doubt in this code? Okay. Okay then. Then break and continue statements. See, break and continue statements are what? These are the special commands. Special commands means these special commands is used to exit from the looping statements. Already we have seen the break statement in switch case. It is used to exit from the case. Like that, if you want to exit from the looping construct, then you can use the break and continue. Break is what? It exit from the innermost loop statement that contain it. Directly it will exit from that line of code. But continue is what? It will skip only that condition. Okay, this is the difference. In break, it will exit from that condition itself. Means after that condition, nothing will execute. But in case of continue, it will skip only that condition. Okay. Then in break, this is the difference between break and continue. We'll see the demo here. I will take another one script. Okay. You can also write inside the HTML like I have done the first one. Okay. First, we will see the break example. Okay. Like suppose I am using a for. I am using the I itself. I equal to 1 and I less than equal to 20, suppose. And my code is if $i modulo 2 $i modulo 2 equal to 0, then break. Okay. Echo $i. In this case, first we will see the output. What happened? Acha, script 4. I have given the name script 4. Unexpected equal to line 3. Less than equal to okay. It print only 1. Why? Because see, 1 modulo 2 is not equal to 0, but once it becomes 2, then 2 modulo 2 is 0, then it simply break. It come out of the loop. But when we write the same thing using continue, okay, same thing. And here I write continue. Okay, I just make it comment line. And here just use see. It print 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Means it skip only this part. Means whenever this condition is true, skip that. Again continue. First 1 modulo 2 equal to 0. The condition is false. Then print 1. When it becomes 2, the condition is true. Skip that part. Then go to the third iteration. Whenever the condition becomes true, you have to skip that condition. That is the continue. That is the work of continue. And what is the work of break? Break means it will break from that condition. Okay. Anyone having any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. Okay. See, these are the programming concept which is required whenever you are learning any programming language. Okay. And we are learning programming language PHP. That's why I have explained all the programming concept. I know that most of you have the idea about this concept. So that I have not taken that much of time to explain this concept. I have only shown you how to use this concept in PHP. Okay. What I want that you all will do practice on this concept. Okay. Like I will show you the website. Like I'm not giving you the program, simply you just write here PHP programs. Okay. Like you can go to this site Java T Point and this site. See, here there are a lot of programs available in the basic concept. Okay, what I want, you just go through all the programs, how many programs you can understand. Okay, adding two number, we have already done this, adding two number. Okay, like we have done it by using the switch case, and try to do it using HTML form, so that by side you will have the experience of using PHP with HTML. Okay, see here, adding in a form. Okay, this don't worry about this part. If we said post submit, don't worry about this part. In which way I have explained you can do it in that way. Later I will explain you this part. Okay, like this. Okay, um, try to uh, get the data from the HTML form and practice it, so that what will happen, you will you will become more familiar with the PHP code. These all the programs, I know that most of you have done this program in any other programming language. That that is just leave that. Do this in PHP to make you familiar with the PHP environment. Okay, all the things you can do in the form. Okay, I have already shown you one example how to get the data from the form and do it. And if you want to use it, you can use it. Is set post submit means what? If this is a function, predefined function, that function tomorrow we will discuss about the PHP functions. That is very important. Okay, PHP functions. We will see a user defined function and built-in function. This is a PHP built-in function. What is saying that if the post value is submit, you are getting submit, then get the value and print. This part we have done, but we are doing in the separate PHP file. You can do in the same same HTML and PHP. Okay, in the top you can create a form and get the value in the same as file, and you can run it. Okay, I want to all of you to complete at least, like here how many programs are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. 20 programs are there. You try to complete at least 10 programs. See, code is available, but don't copy and paste. Try to do it by your own. Okay, try to complete the programs, 10 programs at least. Then uh, whatever you are having the doubt in the XAMPP server, and if you are facing any problem to deploy, then you can tell me. Okay. From here also you can see the program. Okay, the same program in different way. Here they have written first PHP, then they have started the HTML. That is up to you what you want. You can keep these two files separate, HTML file separate, PHP file separate. You can keep these two files, two things in same file by keeping PHP inside the HTML body. You can keep in the same file by writing PHP in the beginning, then HTML. Okay, everything will give you the same output. Okay, but the way is different. Okay, that's why don't worry about this is right or this is wrong or this is right. Everything is right. You have to follow one particular way how you are going to use it. Okay. For today, I will not take so much things because today I have completed all the programming concept. Uh, I will share the slide and I will share this link also. This link I will share so that you can get the program and practice it. But do practice. That is important. Okay. If you know the program concept or not, do practice in PHP. Okay. And tomorrow we will see functions, and I will start MySQL database because after 2 class, because tomorrow I will take MySQL database and another 1 class. After that, we will work in the framework, that is Laravel. Okay, we will start our project using Laravel. Okay, and I want that before that you must be familiar with the XAMPP server and you must be familiar with the PHP code. Okay, all of you. Okay, then I will share the code and practice it. If you have any doubt, then ask me. And yesterday, one who has asked me the exams means not able to run the program in group. Uh, have you able to run the program? I don't know the name. Who? I just check it. Just a minute. Web development. Zainab Ibed. Zainab Ibed attending the class. Okay. Okay then guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.